Welcome everyone to episode 101 of EDH Commander Challenge. I'm your host, BT. Now before we get started with today's seemingly super high CMC Silly Commander episode, I've got two awesome announcements for you guys. The first is we've reached 36 likes on our Oathbreaker episode we did several weeks ago. So we will be turning it into its own series, which will air every 2 weeks on the channel. Still haven't come up with the name just yet, but expect to start seeing that between now and the beginning of August. Secondly, as promised, big announcement for episode 101. We've been deliberating on this for the last 30 to 40 episodes. We are now going to finally go through with it, and we are going to do our first ever EDHCC Championship Tournament. I can't tell you all the details just yet, but what I can say right now, it's going to be an 8-man single elimination tournament with only 1 round per match. Otherwise, it'll be super long videos, and I don't want to take away all of your days from you, but it's going to be really sweet. Other things I can tell you is it will be linked to our next EDHCC giveaway, where before the tournament begins, you guys will have the chance to choose who you think is going to win, and if you pick correctly, you'll be entered into a sweet draw to win an awesome prize, which could be a playmat, a foil promo pre-release card. We don't know just yet, but we're working on it, and it's going to be a lot of fun for us to do and for you guys to watch. So hope you guys enjoy that. So get ready. Over the next few weeks, we'll be showing you the tournament brackets as well as the official Commander Challenge Undisputed Championship itself. Can't wait. But for now, let's go check out those opening hands. First in this corner, with an opening hand of Golgari Guildgate, Scoured Barrens, Swamp, Murmuring Bosk, Pilipala, Steel Hellkite, Thran Dynamo, and using his WUBRG-style General Reaper King, it's Mr Gemi. And his opponent, with 3 Swamps, Mana Crypt, Chalice of Life, Greed, Exquisite Blood, and a general that could easily be called Grizzlebrand's little brother from the new 2020 core set coming soon, Vilis, Broker of Blood. It's your host, BT. BT won the dice roll, so he'll be starting us off. Let's start the card fight. I start us off by playing a Swamp and cast both Mana Crypt and Chalice of Life, which I use to gain 1 life right away before passing. Jimmy plays Scoured Barrens, gaining a life himself, and passes. Jimmy calls the dice roll for the crypt incorrectly, so I take no damage. I play a Swamp and cast Greed. Then I gain 1 more life with my Chalice and pass. Jimmy plays Murmuring Bosk and passes. This time, Jimmy calls the crypt roll correctly and I take 3 damage. I play a Swamp and cast Exquisite Blood. Then I gain 1 life with my Chalice and pass. Jimmy plays Copperline Gorge and passes. Jimmy again calls the crypt roll correctly and I take 3 more damage. I then play a Swamp, cast Dark Ritual, and cast my general, Vilis, Broker of Blood. I gain 1 life from my Chalice and pass. Jimmy plays Path of Ancestry tapped and passes. Jimmy calls the crypt roll incorrectly, which is sad because I actually wanted to draw cards here. So instead I attack Jimmy with Vilis for 8 damage, which triggers Exquisite Blood, giving me 8 life. I then pay 2 life and a mana to draw a card with Greed, which thanks to Vilis, lets me draw 3 cards instead as I lost 2 life. I play a Swamp and cast Phyrexian Arena before passing. Jimmy plays a Swamp and casts his Reaper King and passes. During the end step, I gain a life from the Chalice and lose 2 life from Greed to draw 3 cards once more. Jimmy calls the crypt roll correctly, and thus I take 3 damage. Thanks to Vilis, I get to draw 3 cards from it. Then I lose a life to Phyrexian Arena, which in total lets me draw 2 more cards. Then I draw for my turn. By the way, how is this general even fair? Anyway, I cast Jet Medallion and then play a Swamp. And I attack Jimmy with Vilis again for another 8 damage and gain 8 more life from my Exquisite Blood. Then I pass a turn, discarding down to 7 during the end step. Jimmy plays Temple Garden untapped, taking 2 damage, and casts Thran Dynamo. I respond by gaining a life from my Chalice. Then Jimmy casts his first Scarecrow, Pilipella, looking to start blowing up my permanents. In response to it coming into play, I pay 6 mana and 12 life to have Vilis give the king -6/-6 until end of turn, killing it. This in turn also allows me to draw 12 cards. This card is way too OP. Anyway, Jimmy passes. Jimmy calls Crypt correct again, and I take 3 more damage, which in turn lets me draw 3 more cards thanks to Vilis. I then lose another life from my arena to draw 2 more cards again. Man, I have too many cards. This must be what winning the lottery feels like. I play Cabal Coffers and use it for 6 mana. I cast Sanguine Bond, followed by Black Blade Reforged, and equip it to my general. Then I realized that move was kinda dumb and pointless. Why? Because I can simply tap my Chalice to gain a life, which will cause an infinite drain life loop between the Sanguine Bond and Exquisite Blood, allowing me to win the game right there and then. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Vilis is just too broken. I know its CMC is high, but the payoff is beyond worth it. On top of the draw engine combos being practically endless, I mean, getting it out isn't even that hard, whether you play a budget deck or you put a little extra money into it. With cards like Cabal Coffers, Cabal Stronghold, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Nirkana Revenant, Crypt Gas, Magus of the Coffers, just to name a few, it's going to be very easy for you to be able to get your general up and going. I mean, imagine this card with Wall of Blood, or Bolas's Citadel, or even Necropotence. And this thing would be stupid in multiplayer with Psychosis Crawler out. If only Jimmy had gotten one piece of his mana ramp in this game, it could have been very different. He was holding a Progenitor Mimic and a Rite of Replication in his hand. Hashtag ouch. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy what we do, consider becoming a patron, which will give you access to some sweet bonuses while helping out the channel as well. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you're a fan of EDH gameplay and you like whether it be 1v1 or multiplayer and you want to be part of the ever-growing Command Your Challenge family, just make sure you smash the subscribe button and notification bell down below. We do weekly videos. Don't forget as well to like, comment, share our videos, but most importantly, enjoy them. On behalf of all of our members here, I'm your host, BT. Feel free to check out all of the videos in the channel, join our game, it's now your turn. Cheers!